sun is rising. It's beautiful. This place is just spectacular. Spent the last 5 days here just relaxing, unwinding and doing all those sort of jobs that you don't get much time to do when you're moving about, that need to be done after a long passage. You can see it's quite surgy here, very open to the swell from the west and the south. It tends to wrap around the point here. Wraps around that southern point there, or that southwestern point, straight into the bay, and it breaks up against the shore and then comes into the bay. But it's just beautiful here. Last night was a little bit sloppy. It wasn't too bad. It's actually not too bad. Nothing like Nuku'hiva. And the water's nice. We're in about 10 to 12 metres of water here, depending on the tide. We've seen lots of goats ashore. I heard a gun go off yesterday, so there's a little shack in here ashore where family lives. When we came in, they were in their little dugout canoe, or like a little proa, fishing. And yeah, we haven't seen much of them, but it's just spectacular. It's a really lovely spot. I'll add some video to this that we took with the drone. And yeah, but I was, you know, we've been doing things like I cleaned all the water line, which was really bad. And it took, yeah, pretty much took most of yesterday to clean both of the floats. And then I did the bow and the stern on the main hull. That's why we've got the stand-up board all pumped up. I just did it from the stand-up board. So my shoulders are pretty sore today. Just drying out my clothes there that I was wearing when I did it. Lots of sun protection to keep me out of the sun. A lifetime in the sun, and as you get older you start to see the damage to your skin, so definitely trying harder to look after the old skin. Chloe hung out the wet weather gear last night because we were expecting some rain, and we sure did get it. We got a lot of rain last night. It was awesome. So yeah, washed out all the wet weather gear, which was really nice. We've had a bit of rain. Probably another couple of days ago we had some rain during the night. You can see the solar panels now, they're back to normal. Really nice and clean, so pumping out the power. We cut up one of the tarps the other day and made a cover for the sail, just to keep the Dacron sail out of the sun. It's pretty dodgy, but actually it's really cool. It works really well. And yeah, to be honest, I'd love to have a sewing machine on board. I'd love to be able to make our own stuff. Chloe spent the day the other day wiping out the interior and getting rid of some of the mould that starts to grow when the boat's closed up and it's a bit damp. She's also been working really hard cutting up lots of fruit and drying it. So that way when we get down to the Tuamotus, we're going to be down there for about 4 weeks. And that means that we'll have plenty of fruit to eat down there. We will provision before we leave here again. We're going to leave tomorrow morning. The wind's going to swing to the northeast, so that'll give us a really nice run across to Hivaroa, where we'll grab some fresh provisions, and then we'll go to Tahuata and hang out there for a couple of days and wait for a weather window down to the Tuamotus. But yeah, we've just been, you know, doing those sorts of jobs that we don't get time to do. One of those as well was the stainless steel. We've got a lot of rust coming through here. These stainless tubes are of poor quality, and they have a bit of pitting and a couple of cracks in them, so they're rusting. They rust pretty easily. Yeah, and just doing stuff like that. And taking it easy and just pottering along with the jobs. Gave the dinghy a detail, got rid of all the salt that had built up on the leg over the passage from Panama, and then coated the Hypalon with Aerospace 303, which is just a sunscreen for sort of Hypalon. And yeah, it just gives it a nice coat, and I'll probably do another coat today. I'll keep that up on it, and that way you know, the Hyperlon will last a bit longer. Once we get to Australia, we'll get some chaps made for it to keep it out of the sun. So yeah, just keeping the boat tidy and trying to do a few of these jobs. I've got the cushions, I've just put all the cushions out in the cockpit, and yeah, Chloe's growing some chives. We've got a little bit of time here, but that's been struggling a little bit. Anyway, that's pretty much an update, what we've been up to the last few days. We'll, yeah, I'll do another update once we get up near Tahuata before we go down to the Tuamotus. But yeah, sending everyone our best wishes to you all, and hope that everyone's going great. All the best from Spirit. Cheers.